Samudra Manthan. Now, Samudra Manthan, I'm gonna namaste all. I'm gonna tell you the story of how the Samudra Manthan occurred. And actually, this Samudra Manthan is one of the main and biggest events in our Puranas. It is also mentioned in the Mahabharata and Bhagavad Puran. So there was a time back in the past. There was a time when Sage Durvasa had given a shrap to Lord Indra and all the other devtas because of Indra's arrogance, that all their in Hindi Shrihin and all their prosperity will go. So because taking this advantage, the king of the demons, Bali, he went to Swarg and he took the Amrit pot, and while he was going down Lord Indra noticed, and he went. At first he went to Bali, and they started fighting. So in this while, by mistake, Bali dropped the Amrit in the deep blue ocean. So yeah, so what happened, because of this, all the devtas were also becoming weak because they were not getting Amrit. So they all went to Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu, they asked Lord Vishnu what to do. Then Lord Vishnu told that you have to perform the Samudra Manthan or Sagar Manthan. Now they all agreed, but then there was another problem. They were too weak to perform it alone. So then they went back to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu told that um, take the help from the demons, the asuras. So then there were a few things that helped in the process of Samudra Manthan. First thing first, it was the Mount Mandar or Mount Mandrachil. It is currently located in Bihar, specifically Baka, and it was used for the churning of the ocean. The second thing that helped was Lord Vishnu himself. He changed into his Kurma avatar or the tortoise avatar, so he could support the mountain for the journey. Then Vasuki, the king of snakes, offered himself as the rope so that the devtas can pull and churn the ocean. So, and with these things, the Samudra Manthan finally began. Next. Yeah, so there were 14 things that came out during the Manthan, and these were the 14 main things that came out during the Manthan. And the first one was Kalkut or Halahal. It is a very vicious poison that is harmful for both gods and demons. To prevent this poison from spreading, Lord Shiva himself came in the front and drank the poison, but he prevented it from going down his throat. And because of the poison, his throat had become blue. And because of his blue throat, we also call him Neelkant. Neelkant is another name for Lord Shiva. And after the Kalkut came the Kamdhenu Gai. And the Kamdhenu Gai is a cow. It is said to fulfill wishes. And after the Manthan, it was given to sage Vashishtha, who was later the guru of Ram. Then came the Ash, mm,
Ashpata.
Ashwata horse, and that horse, it was we say that it was, some say that it was given to Lord Indra, some say that it was given, some say it was given to Bali. I mean, Bali took it, and some say that it is the Vahan of the sun god, and this horse, it is one of the most it's the strongest horse with 7 heads. Okay. So next came the Airavat. Airavat is said to be Lord Indra's Vahan. Okay, it's an elephant. It's a beautiful white elephant. After that came the Kaustubh money. Now the Kaustubh money is the thing that Lord Vishnu wears around his neck and close to his heart. Then comes the Kalpavriksha. Kalpavriksha is a plant again like the Kamdhenu guy. It fulfills wishes, and it is said that Lord Indra had taken it and planted it in Swarg. After that came the Parijat plant. Now, this Parijat plant is its flowers are commonly used to worship God and goddesses. And this plant, Lord Indra planted it in Swarg. After that came the Varuni. Varuni is a wine. Okay, Varuni is a wine that was later given to the demons. Okay, more on that later. But the next thing that came was Chandrama. Chandrama, or the moon, Chand. Um, it was the next thing that came. We see it at night. And then and then came Lord Goddess Lakshmi seated on a lotus seat, and she appeared. Everybody wanted her, but then she chose Lord Vishnu as her groom. After that came Rambha. Rambha is said to be the main nymph or main apsara, celestial maiden in Indra's court. Then came Dhanvantri. Then came Lord Dhanvantri. Lord Dhanvantri is said to be the god of Ayurveda, and he came. So after that came the Panchjanya Shank. Panchjanya Shank is a shank. If you see Lord Vishnu's picture, he'll be holding it in his hand at the upper left. He'll be holding it at the upper left of his hand. After that, after the Panchjanya Shank came the Amrit. The whole reason why they did the Samudra Mantan. The next thing was the Amrit. Amrit is said to give immortality. So because everybody wanted immortality, there was a big fight between the gods and demons, and this had become a big problem. So when there was no solution, Lord Vishnu, again he transformed his form. This time he transformed his form into Mohini. And so how did they trick the demons? How did they convince the demons? So they did not actually convince the demons. What they did is, because of Mohini's beauty, everybody used to listen to her. So she told everybody to sit down and she'll give Amrit to all of them. So what she was doing, whenever it was a god's turn, she was giving the Amrit, and then secretly she was changing the Amrit on with the Varuni and giving that to the demons. Now, like this, finally the Amrit went to the gods. So basically, this Samudra Manthan, which occurred, this Manthan also occurs in our mind. We also churn our mind to find out what we did wrong and what we did right, and to fix those problems. So, and to fix those problems, and also we should do the Samudra Manthan so that we can find solutions and think that what did we do wrong, we should not do it again. Thank you.
Fantastic. So that's very good story. And children, as she correctly said, Samudra Manthan is happening in our mind.